Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Olandsk Dwarf channel. The chickens are growing rapidly. Giving them a little treat right now. Some very beautiful roosters. This, of course, has been the favorite all along. Look at the color on this little gal. So pretty. Look at this guy. He is really developing the colors. And this girl here. And these two. They're doing really well. I've been doing a lot of updates with live video. It's been a while since I've done one where I've just tuned in. Right now, the favorite right here will be a breeder. Of course, the dark chicken here that's starting to show a lot of red now. And then, pretty sure I'm going to go with this guy. He's beautiful. Look at the red and blacks. A lot of white. It's going to be a breeder here. Then I've got, 4 others to choose from. To start looking for homes for them. Starting to kind of think how I'm going to mate these birds. Look at this beautiful hen. Lots of color. He's pretty domicile. Moves around a little bit. Some of them are pretty scared. He stayed pretty light. He's developed some red down in here, some blacks. Beautiful tail starting to come in. I really like this hen. I think she's going to end up with a lot of red in her. I get up close here on her chest. You can kind of see that red starting to develop. I got one hen that's very, very white. Let's see, where are you at, little girl? I believe it's this girl right here. Nope, maybe it's this one. Oh, are you going to come say hi? Watch this. This chicken. Oh, she didn't do it this time. She'll usually play with me a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, this hen's really beautiful right here. I'm looking at this hen and this rooster right here. They're kind of mating up anyway. It seems like they're together a lot. He's actually starting to call them to the corner, which is pretty amazing at the age. They're pretty young still. This guy's looking pretty good too. He's a later hatch. So lots of great choices for the roosters. I'd have liked to have a few more hens, but that's just kind of how it goes. This girl right here. Let's see if I can move Mr. Favorite out of the way so you get a good look at her. She's got a little more white in the neck. A little gold kind of color to her. So I'm really enjoying her. She's a beautiful hen. She talks a lot. Anyway, I just wanted to do a fast update. I'm sure I'll do more streaming video, but this will probably be the last update video here in the actual brooder. They've about exceeded the capacity of this, so I will start moving them to an outdoor coop. And it's starting to finally kind of warm up a little bit here. Winter's going to be wrapping up, so it'll be safer. And the coop I'm going to put them in, it does have a heat light, so they're really ready to go there now. I just have to move some birds around that I currently have, and probably be getting rid of some egg chickens. I have some beautiful Wyandottes that I'm going to let go to make room for these. 3 pair of roosters are going to have their own breeding pens. I've decided, not sure how many hens where, but definitely will be doing that. This rooster here, he's definitely going to be mated to this hen right here. She's the darkest. I may also give this hen here to him, since she's dark. And I'll keep the lighter chickens with the lighter. Although this guy, wow, his color has really, really come on. He's a little younger rooster. It's not quite as old as the others. Man, I really love his neck. And just look at the color in him. Incredible. incredible Olandsk Dwarf. You can see why these are so popular. I have an older hen. I put her in here yesterday. The roosters are almost her size, so they'll grow quite a bit more. The hens still have a ways to go, but they're pretty much ready for the great outdoors, and I got to start building some breeding boxes so that they can be separated out. Hey, look at that guy. Oh. He's got one extreme. I've got the black, and then we got my favorite here. You know, and he's been my favorite from the start. Boy, this guy's really closed the gap. He is so pretty. Yet they're so different, and that's what's so great about this breed. Oh yeah, starting to crow a little. Most of them have been crowing. And this guy here, how can you not like this guy? He's got attitude too. He's kind of probably the meanest of the group so far. So I'm really impressed. He's definitely going to be in my breeding program. Not sure if I'm going to breed from 3 or 4 roosters. Probably 3. Although, man, this guy's got a lot of potential too. They're almost kind of starting to mate up a little bit. So I'm going to have some wonderful roosters available. What I plan to do is I'm going to let them all grow to maturity before I choose for sure if I'm going to let one go or not. There may be one I end up liking better than I currently do. And if that happens, you know, there could be one replaced. But how can you not like even these 3 specimens right here? They're just, this guy's beautiful too. You know, I may end up with 4. I certainly can't keep one. I've got 2 too many for sure. Maybe even a 3rd that'll probably need a new home. But with these birds, that should not be hard to do, I don't think. I am going to try to have some youngsters for the person taking them. So I probably will keep them till mid-year, maybe even into the fall, so that I can pair them off. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this update. I've got them pretty much drinking out of this now. I do occasionally, once a day, supplement the other water. They're so rare, I don't want to lose any to dehydration or anything. Look at this beautiful girl. And can you find beautifuler chickens than these? And, you know, they're probably about 75% grown now, so to get a perspective, here's my hand. So she's just barely bigger than my hand. You know. Now look at this girl. I mean, talk about beautiful. She's always been my favorite hen. I think she's got a long ways to go before we know her true color, though, because there's so much activity that's still got to come out on her for some reason. You know, a week ago, you could hardly see the red on this rooster, but right now, if I zoom in, you can really see that red coming out on him now. Calm down, bud. We're just taking a look. We can see that red coming out of him. And that wasn't there a week ago. I mean, there were spots, but it's really exploded here just recently. Got him on a little bit of a bird seed here. Milo, some wheat, little tiny cracked corn. I finally introduced that to their diet. Got a little safflower in there. And of course it's mixed in with grower still. And I'll predominantly keep them on the grower anyway. But it's treat day. It's Sunday. They get the fun stuff today. Wow. What an exciting adventure it is to have these chickens. I can't tell you how pleased I am with how they're turning out. He's got a great comb. That's going to be a big deciding factor for me. The comb is very important. I know for some people it's not. The darker chicken here, its comb's not near as defined, although it's not terrible. The front could be better. Like this guy, he's kind of got an interesting comb. But this comb, I like it better. Of course, you know, some of these younger ones, they still got a ways to go on their comb for me to make a determination. of what's going to happen. And you know, they all look good though. I mean, I can't complain about any of them. Their combs are all looking really good. And what a beautiful girl. Hi girl, can you say hi? You gonna run away? She likes up here a lot, actually. She's usually sitting right here. But maybe I can get her to just come over. Come on. Hey, chickie, chickie, chickie. If they're hungry, they'll eat right out of my hand pretty normally now. Look at this girl. She is so beautiful. She's starting to get a lot of that red coming through now. You can see it. And this is the white one I was talking about. She's almost got in her head. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but kind of a gold color to it, which I'm really liking. These other chickens, they don't have much of that, so she's a little bit rare. I probably will be breeding her to the favorite because he's got a lot more white, of course. He was much more white than he is now when I got him. I really thought he'd be even more white. I like how he's gotten a little more color. I think that's good. I think if I mate him with her, they'll continue to throw the lighter variety. And of course I'm going to mate him with this dark hen hair. And maybe this one here, because she's so dark. I do have an older hen that I will be mating that's pretty dark. She might get mated to him. I don't know. I might have to take her to this guy, because I'm really liking how he is starting to color up. So there's some determination to be made though. And of course this guy right here, he'll actually probably get her. This guy might be moved into number one. I mean, how can you not like him? He's got the color, he's got the red and the white. Boy, this is tough. You know, I'm going to have a hard time dropping from 3 to 4. 1, 2 is really easy for me, but 3 and 4, this guy right now, slightly, but, you know, this guy here, he's almost right up there with the favorite, and so, boy, you know, it's almost not even a favorite anymore for me, how much they've changed. And, you know, when I look at him and then look at him, they're almost the same bird, other than the neck and the head. He's got a little more white, and I really like that. The original rooster I got was predominantly white. I really loved him. He was really beautiful. Very unfortunate to lose him, but I'm telling you, this guy is just, oh man, what a chicken. I mean, how do you not love something as beautiful as that? People talk about how noisy dogs are. These chickens, they're not too loud, luckily. So I should be able to not have any issue from the neighbors on the noise. They're not too loud at all, so I'm very happy. The guy in the very back there, he's a little louder. There he is. He's the one with the red in the neck. He does crow louder than the black chicken here. I'm gonna band them and band them color mated, so I know who I want with who. I have not done it yet. I'm still thinking it over. But the first 3 roosters, they're all right here together, as they should be. Just wow. They're just wonderful. I just love these birds. You just gotta love the personality is fantastic. They're getting a little caged in here. It's getting a little small for them. This guy, you know, I might just keep him as a backup even. Just let him free roam with some of my other chickens. And of course, I'm going to raise a bunch of hens this year. Or at least try to. They're pretty easy to sex. As you can see, these guys' combs filling fairly fast. I knew pretty quick who was who. The hens, I've been told when they get ready to lay, they'll turn red. And so that's good. They'll flop over real good. I'll have to do a video on the hen so you can see her. She lays almost every day. Very consistent layer. But I think that'll wrap up the update. What a great foundation group of chickens. Once I get these producing and seeing what the children look like and knowing if I need to make adjustments, if at that point I want to bring in a different blood, we can do that. But for now, this is predominantly the group of chickens I'm going with. Thanks again for dropping by.